Right, Lewis. I mean, you know, the truth is, we've stood in many times in this position, interviewing, and there's games where we're fuming. I remember when we lost 4-1 to Brighton, and that was the first real game where I saw you and I could see the pain in your eyes watching the performances, and the list goes on, and it gets to a stage you get angrier, you get more angry, and then it's just depressing. It is depressing. There's no beating around the bush, but I'm going to let you read out the tweet from Graham Potter because I know you just saw that, but I would love to know your overall analysis on what we've seen today. Obviously, we have lost 1-0 in the Champions League away fixture.
I just saw Potter say that he thought it was a very strong performance from us, and I don't see that. I don't see it at all. Like, I'm reading through a lot of people's comments, and they're all saying that they think it was a positive performance from us. I'm thinking, what positive performance did you see there? First off, we've lost again. Now we're into 2 wins in 14. Second of all, like, I get it. João Felix scores his chances, we win the game. But is that not just the same old Chelsea? I was looking at those misses, I'm thinking, fucking hell, do we just sign any attacker and they just lose their shooting boots? Just straight up. And I get it, like, maybe going forward we were a little bit better in the first half, we were decent in phases in the second half. Why are people just ignoring the fact that we were getting torched alive in transition all game? That Adeyemi goal was so predictable, and fair play, it was still a good counter-attacking finish. We all saw it coming. Because what was happening in that first half, we were getting torched in transition every single time we lost the ball in the attack. They were just darting through our midfield. Fair play to Thiago Silva and for Koulibaly for their blocks in the first half, because they're the ones that kept it 0-0. But I don't think that was a good performance from us. I think if you want to call it better than what we've seen before, then we're talking about standards. And the bar's in hell when it comes to our standards this season. The performance wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough at all. Like, Felix, he was probably our best attacker, but even then in that case, it's like, you got to bury those chances. There was times where you had the ball in time, you had the ball in space, and you're still not hitting the target. He's got to do better on that. Havertz, he's just fucking shit. I've said it enough times at this point. I don't even need to go into depth at this. If you really rate Havertz at this point, you're just sexually attracted to him. That's it at this point, because I don't know what you go off with him. The guy gives you like one good moment a game, that's it. And then people just lord over it because they're still milking themselves off about the Champions League final. That brother ain't good enough. Simple as. Ziyech, like, to be honest, I think it was a bit more of a frustrating performance from him. But other than that, it was the midfield just getting ripped apart. The defence saving us. Kepa needs to do better with that goal as well. But overall, as a team, we just look so timid, lethargic, like weak, easy to take control of. I knew with like the away crowd and everything, it was going to be hard for us because we always seem to struggle with an away crowd that's on top of the fans, and we saw that yet again. And it's like I'm just seeing the same shit week in and week out. Then what? We're just going to pretend that it's okay. Like, we need to see some sorts of improvement. I didn't see anything.
Nothing?
Nothing. Like, the best I could say is like Koulibaly looked a bit better, Ziyech looked a bit better. That's it. Felix was nice to watch aesthetically, but then when it comes to the end product, he's not burying his chances. Havertz was fucking awful. He was so bad. Even Ziyech, it was like, the most part, it didn't really work out with him, but I'm not even really blaming him because he's putting deliveries into the box and nobody is in the middle. But hey, if only we could have a striker that could finish chances if we create for him. Oh, but you know what we do? Let's boot him out of the UCL squad. That's a smart decision, isn't it? Another game where I'm coming here and I'm saying Aubameyang is burying one of the chances that he has. But yeah, again, not playing him. In this sort of situation, he's not even in the squad. We've taken him out of the squad. I don't understand that. Even when we can't even play for Fana because we could only put 3 new signings in. Why'd you take our only out-and-out number 9 out? What, so we can keep doing this Havertz experiment up top? It don't work. The guy can't finish. His first touch is inconsistent. Hell, losing the ball easily. All he had is that one pass to Felix in the first half. And fair play, Felix should have buried that. That one's on him. Havertz over a full 90 is fucking awful. And it's just the same old shit week in and week out. It's getting very, very hard to try and defend Graham Potter at this point. It's 2 wins in 14. That win percentage is only going lower and lower as the games continue to progress. We are bottom of the table Southampton next. I'm not even confident for that. But yeah, what? We're meant to say this was a good performance. This was not a good performance. If you think it's a good performance, it's because the bar is in hell and our performances over the last 10 games have been so shite, we're actually trying to mask this as a good performance. It wasn't. Torched in transition for fun. That goal was easily predictable. Watch the vlog. I said if we don't fix up in transition, they're going to score from that. And there you go. There you go. But yeah, good performance. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason people are saying good performance, let's be honest, we've followed Chelsea a long time. I can't speak for every fan, but I know there's fans out there that have followed Chelsea for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 4 years. There's fans that have been going home and away for decades and decades. And it gets to a stage where you just try and take whatever positives you can. And I just want to go back to your point on Aubameyang. You say, we shouldn't have dropped him from the squad. With him, you're going to get goals, but you're not really going to get much else. He needs the service. We understand that.
Who else is scoring? Who else is scoring? There you go. No one else is scoring. So why are we doing this? Yeah, he doesn't really offer you anything, but if you feed him chances, he will score goals. How many times have you said, with the attackers that we have, we will make more chances?
Lewis,
we make more chances, and they're not scoring.
We don't fucking create enough, though. I mean, that's
we
that's
made
inevitable.
3 clear-cut chances for Felix.
But do you think we would... listen, who knows what would have happened if Aubameyang had started?
He probably buries one of them. And if he doesn't, then we're going for him too with the same energy. But Aubameyang is the only experienced finisher that we have in this squad. Why are we not playing him so we can play this fucking shit guy up top every week? For what? That guy's probably not even going to play next season because we're going to go in for another number 9 as well and we're going to try and keep Felix. So why are we still doing this experiment with Havertz up top? He's shit. Simple as.
Yeah.
Just fucking play Oba. Or I get for this game you can't play Fofana. Next game, play Fofana. But we do the same shit we'll play. Let's play Havertz up top and let's see how it works. I'm sure we're going to be very silky and we're going to have fluid link-up play. What a goal that is. What a fucking goal that is for us. 2 wins in 14 and we're still doing the same shit.
That is depressing, Lewis, when you say it like that.
Well,
there's no other way to say it.
Everyone's bubble, but for some reason people think this was a good performance from us. It was not a good performance.
Okay, so what do you say to those fans who say, listen, we know it wasn't good enough, but it is better. Surely we can see improvements in the future.
It's not better though. We just need to see improvements. Like, my thing is that I've been backing Potter, but I've been saying since the new signings have come in, I need to see some sort of gradual improvement in the side. Barely seeing anything, and as soon as we get one thing working, like we're making more chance creation, we become a lot more open in midfield.
Yeah.
And then I also, the tough old question where it's like, we're talking about controlling the game, and like as soon as we sell Jorginho, we're going to have so much more control of the midfield. Now we're struggling with the midfield.
It's give and take though, isn't it? I mean, there's positives and negatives. We know that Jorginho wouldn't have been able to get the assist that Fernandes got against West Ham.
Jorginho,
but then we've got games like this.
Would have been better than fucking Enzo and Ruben.
So you would have rather had Jorginho stay and play alongside
Yes,
Enzo.
and then get rid of him in the summer if you want to. I don't care. But like, we got how many midfield injuries? We're trying to play makeshift players in there that we know aren't good enough, but at least their profile might do well if they have a good game or not. We're relying on ifs, buts, and maybes. I know Jorginho can control possession. I know he probably gets torched in transition a bit more, but we'll be better in possession with Jorginho and with Enzo than we would have been with Ruben. I was going through the timeline during the game and I'm seeing people say, oh, Jorginho's having a good performance for us, so he's having a good performance. Well, we're struggling in midfield. I don't even want to talk about it too much because like Jorginho's gone and everything like that. But the decisions that I see, they just don't make any sense. We struggle for finishing, but we take our only finisher out of the UCL squad. We have how many midfield injuries? We sell our only fit DM. So we can play Enzo in DM. He's not a DM, he's an 8. He can play there, but he's actually an 8. It's like one step forward, one step backwards, or fuck it, we're just moonwalking backwards at that point. But nothing is actually going forward consistently. Yeah. And then that's where I'm looking at Potter, and it's like, Where is the improvement? Saints, I have to see 3 points. I have to see 3 points. If we even make that game hard work, we need to have a serious conversation. And to a lot of people, they're Potter out at this point. I don't blame them. I did blame them initially because I said we needed a window or two. We had a summer window in January. And nothing has changed. The only improvements that we see are from the individuals that have slotted into the team, and their style of play has improved the squad. Nothing tactically.
That is mad, isn't it? We were the ones defending Potter, and just like that, I mean, things are already changing.
It's because I have to be objective with how I see things. I could easily say trust the process, believe in Potter, all of that. I need something to go off. I don't have anything to go off right now. So I'm not even here screaming Potter out off the top of my lungs. I'm screaming Potter, fix the fuck up and fucking show us something. Because 2 wins in 14, I don't care how you sugarcoat it, I don't care how you try to pretend that we're improving or we're getting better, we're not. We are not. And something has to change on that front. And we know it's not going to be the manager, so I need to see something from the manager. I see nothing. I just see him say it's all right. That's life. These are the quotes that we're getting after fucking dreadful 45-minute performances. I say 45 minutes because we always have our little 30-minute period. We didn't even have that today. Didn't even have that today. Because say what you want about the chance creation, you are ignoring how we got torched in the midfield. Thiago Silva, Koulibaly to a point, they saved us. Fucking saved us. From the scoreline being even more embarrassing and the tie already being done before we go to the bridge. Thankfully, there's still something we can salvage in a few weeks. I don't have faith that we can do it. Dortmund are in better form than us. They're now unbeaten in their last 8. We're again 2 wins in 14. Where is the improvement? Because I don't see it. I don't see improvement anywhere. The only improvement that I'm seeing is our chance creation. That'll probably disappear in the next game, because we're inconsistent as fuck, and then we'll have a 30-minute performance and then disappear for the next 60, and we'll say, hey, we're improving because we actually did well at the start. No. How about you actually control a game for 90 minutes? Just once. Just once. And then maybe we can go from there. That would be improvement to me. Control a game for 90 minutes, control the narrative of the game, and don't get dominated. We can't do that. The subs don't help. I don't know what the fuck Mount and Cucurella are doing. But the only thing I'll say with Potter is that we still have injuries. So I don't really know who else could have come on. Maybe you could have brought on Chukwuemeka. Guy's still young. I don't really know what else he's going to bring. You know, you could have brought in Hall and Chukwuemeka anyway. So I still don't even understand it. Simple basic logic on that front. I don't get it. Everything's a fucking mess from us. Top to bottom, it's a mess. And I don't know when it's going to change.
Thank you very much.
No worries, bro.